In my view, cybersecurity is a absolute real threat to our industry. We are seeing an ever-increasing numbers of attack. We see colleagues being attacked on cybersecurity. We're seeing businesses being taken out for extended time in order to recover. So therefore, we as an industry cannot be complacent to that. I would not call it a threat anymore. I would call it a risk.
Yeah, I completely agree, Hans. This is absolutely my opinion too. For I think 3 reasons. The risk that is not well known from the industry, a new kind of risk. Numbers, because all the public reports underline the fact that cyber attack is increasing double-digit year after years, and it's a risk that we don't know in reality, because it's a new risk, and it's not fire, it's not earthquake, it's something completely different, and we are not used to fight against this kind of risk. Business tends to not to invest or to think to the cyber risk in let me say in a good way.
I completely agree. I think one of the big things, the big learnings that I've had is that it's really a long journey that we're on. We really need to start teaching our industry on all different levels that this is actually a risk that we need to be very aware and be very ready to take. And as we all know, it only takes one person to make a mistake in any organization to impact a big part of the organization. So we cannot only do CEOs, we cannot only do MDs, we also need to remember to make also our shop floor workers aware of the risk and the behavior that we expect from them.
Yeah, absolutely. And to evaluate the risk, it's important to give numbers. Mm-hmm. So if we take the ENISA landscape, threat landscape of 2024, or we consider the IBM threat index of 2024, we see that the increase of attack grow year after year, double digit, that manufacturing is the most important industry sectors hit by cyber attack, and the reason is quite simple. Normally, if we for a while put the clothes of an hacker, for them it's better to hit the weakest and not the strongest. So if we think of bank, insurance, utilities and energy, they already are, let me say, structured for cyber attack. They have invested a lot in the last years, and they are well known the risk, and they were known the countermeasures. Manufacturing is not like this. Manufacturing started in the last years to invest a lot in cyber aspects, and from the attacker point of view, is better to hit the weakest and not the strongest. Their objective, their goal is to make money. So hitting the weakest, they make more money.
Yeah, maybe I can say that I think one of the things that maybe makes us a little bit more too much complacent, you can say, is that I know a lot of industries have invested a lot of money in their IT security, but they have completely ignored the very much higher risk that we have in the manufacturing side. Again, we have to remember, we buy very good machines and we run them for an extended lifetime. As I think about, it's not uncommon to have machines that are 30 years old in our industry. And 30 years ago, we were talking about Windows 9.5 as a technology. And actually some of these machines are still dependent on such an old technology. So that's another big technical debt that we are sitting on as an industry. We're always good at replacing our motors, our drives, our bearings, and so on. We upgrade our machine. We sometimes do tend to forget that there's also a control system element that need to have a proper maintenance.
Yeah. And this is not a fantasy, it's not a movie, it's reality. Just to give you an example, Hans, one of the most important deepfake that happened in the history of Europe was last year at Arup, a giant in the engineering sector in England. They was attacked by a deepfake. A deepfake is a deep impersonification of someone else to stole money. So the attacker, the hacker, impersonificated the CFO and succeeded in stealing 20 million of pounds due to fake request of payment in more or less 20 minutes. And this is reality, is a public attack published by Arup last year. So is up to you how to judge this kind of things and evaluate in the right way.
Yeah, I think we have to remember here that very often when we are doing technology, when we're using technology in our industry, we are following rules, we are following certain limitation on what we can do. Hackers don't have any limitation. They use all modern technology. They don't shy off any means of actually getting to their goal, and that's why it's so dangerous for actually all our industries in reality.
Yeah.
Even personally.
Absolutely. The risk is immediate because it's in a transition on-off of our manufacturing footprint. Is, let me say, disrupting because he could propagate from a single PC to hundreds and thousands of PC in a few seconds due to the internet, Ethernet connection, or due to the mailing book of our mailing list, and is multifaceted. Is has implication from the data point of view, the business continuity point of view, the criminal aspect of the attack. So is a completely new risk for us.
As I said, they have no limitation. They're using the infrastructure we have created for all the right reason, and they are willing to exploit that and actually attack us even deeper. So it is a real threat to our industry.